Hey guys, okay. A lot of people want to know how this all started for me and what the hell I'm talking about concerning Christ, my skins, the illusion, all the illusions, aliens, and everything, and how it all happened for me. So, I'm gonna tell you in this video how it all began. Simple. The simple version. All right. So it all started when I was about 5 years old. I was born in '68 in Chatham, Ontario, and that's when I had my first ET experience, but I didn't remember it until '92 when I had a flashback of that experience from another UFO ET experience I had in '93. So that experience in '93 gave me a flashback of when I was a little kid in Chatham, and I was about, I don't know, 3 years old. That was the first experience. From that, I had a few experiences during the course of my life when I was younger, but I wasn't afraid of them, right? When these things happen, they're all on my playlist. All my ET experiences are in the ET playlist with my UFO sightings. So as time progressed, like I was turned into a teenager. I don't know. That was hell for me, but whatever. That's when the ETs really started kicking my ass, so to speak. Now, what it was, throughout that time in my life, they were teaching me to do something. And what they would do is, in short version, I go to bed at night, I'd feel all antsy to the point of craziness, and by 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd either fall asleep and wake up at 3, or I lay there till 3, all antsy, and the ET would come right up into my face. Now, it wasn't physical. He didn't come out of the ship, float through the wall. He spiritually came up to me, but I could see him just as he was physical. If you were to astral travel and go talk to your dead mom, you'd see her just like physical. The ET came from the ship in spirit right up to my face, and it seemed physical because you're seeing with your soul. You're seeing from your soul. Now, that happened to me all the time. They taught me things. I didn't even know it at the time until later. They taught me stuff. And then that happened throughout up to my 20s. Up to my 20s, I moved to Windsor, Ontario. The ETs hit me harder and harder. They got me running. And what that means is I'd be in the house, wherever I was living, and I'd feel the ETs, and I think they're coming, but they never came to my face, laying in bed. They wanted me to come outside and look for them. So I get up, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, run down to the river in Windsor, or go out in the backyard and look in the sky. And I would see the ship flying by. And I'm like, holy shit. From a feeling. So they spiritually called me outside to go look to see their ship. Then they do it again the next couple nights, and I wouldn't see nothing. And I was confused. Then they do it again, and I'm thinking I'm not going to see anything. So I get up, I go outside, and there it is. Sitting there in the sky, doing his thing. Now, I describe all the experiences more or less in the playlist. Then they taught me. What they were teaching me was CE5. Finally, and I was, at this point, up into my 20s, 25, I was terrified of them. When they came at me with their inner light hooked up, and it was ice cold. And that's just the level they're at, okay? They come in ice cold, and it felt like hell on earth coming. Nothing. I couldn't feel the earth vibe anymore. I couldn't feel anything. I wasn't grounded to the earth. I was off in their realm. They rose me up in my body to their realm where I can meet them. Okay? Spiritually, on their realm. Now, how can that happen, right? You think, well, the guy is in a physical body, in a spaceship. He sits in a chair, closes his eyes, whatever, sits in a chair, meditates, spiritually hooks up to me, and then comes to see me, up to my face, and my soul and his soul have a chat. I'm losing my fucking mind because I don't understand anything that's going on. Now remember, I was just a normal kid growing up, same goddamn thing you were doing, rock and roll, playing hockey, trying to get laid, going to school. That's it. But I had this little ET problem. And then along with the ET problem, they're teaching me stuff that made me go to my soul. I've had 100 million spiritual experiences that always question what the hell's going on. So and plus my past lives were affecting this life, but I didn't know it. I just had little indicators. So all this was coming down on me when I was in my early teens, and I had to stop what I was doing in the physical world, so much bullshit trying to do in the physical. So I had to learn my inner self. And I knew something was going on with my inner self because that's where I was all going to. Aliens, spiritual stuff, all of it was coming into my inner self. And I just tell you this, never went to church. I've been in a church once for a funeral or something. I don't even know what it was. I never read the Bible. Not a couple pages and I forgot it. Never. And in my mind, religion was off the shelf because everything was nuts, and I couldn't read it anyway because it's all ancient writing and old Victorian words and things. I don't know. So I never read it. But I've always lived my life morally with the moral code, and when I fucked up, I knew I'd feel guilty. When I did something and I fucked up, I'd feel guilty inside. And the guilt told me, well, don't do that ever again, because you just did a sin. And I'm like, oh, holy shit. There's the Bible explained for me. So that's how I live my life, and I still do today, more or less. Now, the ETs kept doing that. I finally got a camera and started asking them. No, what happened was my friend told me to break the fear of the ETs, open your heart. This is a big day for me. I open my heart. The ETs are coming, and I open my heart. And I let my inner light out and my innocence. Boom! All the fear went away. The ETs came and talked. I'm staring. Then they started taking me on little trips in the illusion and showing me shit. Now, in the illusion, it's hard to explain. It'll take me 3 videos. Watch all the ones I got. It's crazy. But they did that. They showed me all kinds of things in the illusion. Then, they stopped coming to my face. They broke my ego and made my soul come up concerning them. Now, still in my ego, I couldn't talk to them, couldn't see spiritually unless they triggered it, and that's the way it was working. But then I thought, well, shit, I'll call them and go and try to take a picture of shit, and I did. It worked. I call them, I lay down, meditate, and I feel, and I say, go by tomorrow at lunchtime. Go, I want to see you. I want to see a spaceship. And the sphere would fly over the city real fast. My friends saw it. I saw it. We all spheres, the big giant red ones. Took people out, saw the big giant red craft they got, and a whole bunch of all this other stuff. It's in my playlist. Then, after that, I'm doing CE5 now. I didn't even have a computer yet. Okay, this is back in the 80s. No computer, and there's no way I had one. If there were computers, I didn't. And there's no Stephen Greer's or nothing. I had nothing. I had spiritual meditation books I read. That's it. I'm not too much on aliens, UFOs, and how to do spiritual contact with ETs. This was all them breaking my ego, bringing my soul out into my head so I could be one with myself. And they're showing me the truth. And I was doing CE5s now, but I didn't know there were CE5s. I just thought this is cool. I get to see a damn spaceship. Now, after that, and that's pretty much where it left off. I still had a lot of contacts. I'm still doing CE5s. And I post them up here when they happen. Or I initiate C5 and record anything. A lot of stuff I miss. Now, I'm 52, so that's 9 years ago. I was bored. The ETs stopped coming around for the CE5s. And this was a time of, I don't know what it was. They just stopped. There was a reason they stopped. I forgot what it was right now. But they weren't coming around. I wasn't filming nothing as much as I could do. So I decided I'm going to start talking to the spirits. Find out what the hell is that about. Now I've talked to my spirit guide in the past years, which turned out to be my wife from a past life. I was born, she stayed there. And she's been with me all my life, smacking me in the head when I needed it. And that's part of the spiritual experiences I had all my life growing up that I couldn't explain. I wanted to know what the hell was going on. So I knew she was there. And what I did was, I was talking to other spirits in the yard. Now what not in my area. So I was living in Woodsley at this time, which is just outside Windsor, almost between Windsor and Chatham. I was there and I'm bored and I needed something to do. The UFOs weren't coming, the aliens weren't coming around. I'm bored as hell. What am I gonna do? Hot middle of summer in the woods. Boring as hell. So I got a radio and I started doing where you spin the radio and you listen to it on earbuds and with a voice recorder. So I'd spin the radio and ask questions and they'd answer. So I took the radio away and I got unprecedented shit on this radio. You wouldn't even believe it. YouTube took my channel down. All that stuff was lost. I have to do it all over again. Some of the stuff I haven't put up yet. I haven't found again yet. So, or I haven't made yet. So I'm doing another YouTube channel. This is the one I'm making. This is the one you're watching. Now, I did unprecedented shit with that radio, talking to the dead, and they gave me stuff you wouldn't believe off the radio. Blew my mind. So I started talking to spirits, and I'd ask questions with a voice recorder, with earbuds, and I'd talk and I ask questions, and I'd hear an EVP on the radio, but I didn't hear it in my ears. Never heard it in my ears, the answer. So I'd ask a question, not question, are you there? Whatever. Specific questions. The more specific were better. Then they'd answer me back. I'd play it back, and I'd hear the answer. I'm like, holy shit, wow, that was clear. That was loud and clear. EVPs. Then I started, the more I talked to them, the spirits, the more I started hearing them in real time. I got the answer in my head before the EVP came on the recorder. So I get the answer in my head, I stop the recorder, play it back, and that was what I heard in my head. I'm like, holy shit. So I just started talking to the spirits. I got the personality, I got the guy's name, it's a spirit, and I took the EVP player away. I took the earbuds out because I was hearing the answer on the earbuds, and then it was recorded on the recorder, and I was hearing it in my head. And I'm thinking, so I just took the earbuds and threw the recorder away and I just started talking to him. And that's how it worked. So I met this one spirit, talking to it. I was laying in bed at night just talking. And I open up my inner light, my innocence, my inner light, and I'm talking, and the spirit went in my inner light, or right into my heart, specifically the inner light, went right in. It went like my chest expanded, and it came up through my neck, through my head. My head went like that, went right through, and then it came out. And the spirit was like, "What the hell just happened? My God, I'm all messed up." Blah blah blah. And she went in again, went through my head, and then again she was freaking out. Whoop! She went back in my heart, into my inner light, the core of the onion. Now, what the core of the onion is imagine an onion, and all the layers of onion around. Those are your skins around your body. Ethereal skins around your body. The spirit came into the core of the onion, went through it, my body, my soul, my body with ethereal skins, and broke all my ethereal skins. I woke up in the morning, went outside, went through my day. I could see ghosts, spirits, elementals running around the yard, all of it. So I was seeing an illusion, and I was seeing reality. Get it? That's how I was seeing. So I'm like, okay, before this goes away, I'm gonna take advantage of it and learn as much as I can. So I started doing that. I started talking. The more spirits I talked to, the more I talked, and I talked for about almost a year. 6 months a year. One day I went to sleep and energy started coming through my head. And it hurt so bad and it was so loud. And now at this time I had spirits. I had unknown spirits that weren't related to me. I had my spirit guide, and I had my spirit guide, other spirits, and all talking to me. As the energy came through my head, it amplified the noises in my head, and just boom, and it never stopped. It stopped, but different energies started coming through. I was going nuts. That's when I got my wife and asked her to get a hold of Jesus Christ. Now I knew from past visions I've had how of myself in heaven, in Christ, in the kingdoms and all that. I knew they were there and they could help. I got my wife to seek out Christ. Now, I was down in the lower illusion, like level 1, on the astral. She was looking for Christ down here. They came, and they were just nuts. They were just as bad as the spirits I was talking to, these Christs. There was like 1, 2 that tried to help me. Then, she finally got a relatively good one. Then, one day, a Christ came from a big giant castle. I saw the whole thing. It's in there on my playlist. Watch it. And I call him Jolo Biafra. And he did this psycho shit on me like you would not believe. And what he was doing, he was testing me to find out what was wrong. They wanted my secrets, everything. And I started learning spirit world. I spent the rest 8 years, 7, 8 years healing my skins, ethereal skins back together. And they're healed, but they're not tight. And my soul, I'm seeing still through my soul in my ego. So what happened was, my soul used to be down here around my heart, more or less, and it would fluctuate when I was growing up to see the aliens, to see spirit things, or when my spirits would come talk to my spirit. I was like, holy shit, what's that about? Right? Now, my soul, instead of being down here, I'm right in. I'm talking from my soul to you. there's no divide with my ego. There is a little bit. Anger usually. Right? But, so I'm having, before when I was a kid, I'd go to sleep. And the only thing I knew about the spirit world were dreams. But they weren't even that. I just thought they were dreams in your head. Now, when I go to sleep and I wake up and I'm in their room, when I'm in the living room with my wife and the kids, watching TV, and I'm watching it with them, and I wake up in my bed and I'm still watching it. I open my eyes, I'm still watching it, but I'm on the computer or going to the bathroom, walking around, but I'm still with my kids. And I start disappearing from that world back into this world because my soul comes back into my body. So my soul is watching the TV while the ego is asleep. As the ego wakes up, my soul slowly comes back into my body, but I'm still seeing my kids, my wife, the TV. And I'm hearing everything that's going on, but I'm watching YouTube videos. Right here, like this. Right? So here I am, listening to this, watching this, and I'm watching my kids watch TV and they're talking to me. Then I went, from that time on, I went from Christ to Christ to Christ to Christ to Christ to Christ. They gave me lessons from the lower astral, and this took years to do. 6 years, 7 years. All these lessons. From the lower astral, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 14, 15, 16. Somewhere in there, 14 was the last I heard that I did. I heard they gave me more and I passed up to the next one. But when you get to level 10, you reach your inner light. Your inner light is actually the light of God that you see outwardly is actually the level in you. You're seeing inside yourself. Your inner spark, your inner light. The spark of life, which the Creator, Godhead, gives you. I'm learning all this. I didn't know nothing about it. Now I'm working, at this point I'm now working with Christ, creating stuff in the spirit world, and He showed me how to do it. I finally understood it. Now I can create things. I'm creating for when I die. I'll have something to do when I get there. That's really cool. And I'm creating things in the illusion. Now, Christ tells you everything's an illusion. Everything's an illusion. Everything. So when He says illusion, I gotta ask Him, well, which specific illusion are you talking about? The meat bag earth illusion? Reality, because reality, physical, is an illusion. Now, when you go to sleep, you go into the illusion. Sleep illusion, dream illusion, subconscious illusion. There's not 100, but there's a lot of illusions when you open your eyes in the morning. Which illusion are you in? Are you looking through your soul into the illusion? Are you open your eyes and you're seeing reality? Are you in a meat bag illusion, reality illusion? Or when you're laying there in bed meditating and a guy comes and goes, "Hey Rich, how you doing? Yeah, this, that, and the other thing." And you're talking to him, and his name's Jesus Christ. "Hey man, bro, I don't know. He goes, "I need a bag of weed." And he does. He asked me for a bag. "Can you create me a bag of weed? I need some weed." So I get some weed for Christ. So I make some, because I make good shit. And I give it to them. They smoke. They all smoke it. I ain't met one that don't. So, that's an illusion. Saying illusion is an illusion, but it's a created city. A created city the size of LA, same illusion. They created it in the illusion. The main illusion, I like to look at it as, the main illusion is just black void. Eternal black void. That is where you create. And I created my own little room, and it's an apocalyptic world full of zombies and evil raiders trying to kill you. More or less, the movie Walking Dead, the video game Fallout 4, and Half-Life. I love them video games. I live them. I actually, part of me wants to live in that world, other than this world. So just to get out of the monotony of this bullshit reality we're in, and if you'll understand what I'm talking about when you start seeing, because if you don't know now, you will. Anyway, so I'm creating that. I'm creating my own room in the illusion, which is now a part of Satan Illusion, but it's a room. We call it, Christ calls it, the illusion room. Rich, go to the illusion room, you'll be safe there. That's what he says when people are after me. Go to the illusion room, you'll be safe there. So, go to the illusion room that I created. The illusion room I created. Go there. Now, this is why I'm making the videos, because this is unprecedented shit for myself. And I don't hear any motherfucker. Sorry, I don't hear anyone. Oh, I don't want to swear anymore. I don't. I'm trying not. I'm still learning to not swear. So I don't hear anyone, on the internet explaining this stuff the way. And I decided, hell, I gotta tell this. And then I watch movies and they explain what I'm experiencing in the movies. So the Satanists in Hollywood know more about this shit than the spiritual people and the priests of religion on YouTube. Now, how's that for you? And I'm here to bust it. I hate Hollywood. I hate the Satanists. I don't hate them. I hate what they're doing, because they're stifling the creative life, the creative force, and everything, as far as I'm concerned. And they just ruin everybody's lives. Mass confusion. Mass illusion. That's what they're doing. They're putting you in mass illusion. So you don't even know where the fuck you are, who you are, or what you're doing. You just believe them. You don't know what's going on. You don't know yourself. You don't know nothing. Your God is Tom Hanks. Your new God is Tom Hanks. Because they got you so fucked up with music industry, with movies in Hollywood, that nothing else matters. You're addicted to the prophet Tom Hanks and or whoever from that world. Now, that's where I am, and I'm just basically, I have experiences. I share them with you. And that's all. That's how it all started for me. I started first having ET experiences. Then I got into the spirit, broke my skins. Here I am with Christ. I became a Jesus Christ. I fucked up, and they took my Christness away. Now I'm gaining it back. So here I am. And guess what? Watch my videos for more, because everything I experienced, I explain it. Ain't no one else on the internet telling you this stuff. And I ain't lying. I am not lying. Jesus Christ watches the YouTube videos. He watches Facebook and YouTube. My channel, anyway. Plus other people's channels. They watch, my family watches Mystery History. Mystery History. They love it. Mystery History 1 and 2. They watch that all the time on YouTube. Or if I ask them to watch a video that I found that's really important, they'll watch that. Just to let you know, they can watch on their TV, our stuff. Later, guys, gotta go.